Hello, beautiful people. It's Sandro here from Abstract Homes, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, it's nice showing you beautiful pictures of stuff that happens, but sometimes things don't always go as the way you planned. And this is an example. This tile floor was done probably about a year, almost 2 years ago, and we're having problems. The grout was starting to crack on the obviously the grout was cracking, and then we kind of came here, looked at it, and had to rep the mortar and grout rep out to take a look at it. Now, I did the subfloor on here, so what we did was there was a shiplap. This house was built in 1948, and they do shiplap on the diagonal. It's 3/4 of an inch thick. So what we did was we took every single common nail out of this whole floor. It took us weeks to get the floor prepped. And then we used PL premium, and then we used 5/8 tongue and groove plywood that you would normally do on a typical subfloor installation, right? So we had a 1 3/8 total. We used 3-inch galvanized ring nails to go right through into the joist, and there's 2x10 fir joist below here. So you can tell that floor is pretty solid. Anyways, as far as the Tile Association of Canada goes, they say that you need an 1.1 minimum floor thickness, subfloor thickness, before you can install tile as a minimum. So we had an 1 3/8. So we figured, okay, we're good. Now, the ruling that I got from we use custom mortar and grout here. And the ruling that they gave me was that they don't consider that 3/8 or 3/4 inch shiplap underneath there as subfloor, because they don't think it's strong enough. And even after what I did, they still consider it not thick enough subfloor. So the tiler should have known that at the very least, and said, hey, you know, we did put an anti-fracture membrane down first and do this. Now, I don't totally agree with that. I understand that that's what it is, and we have to do what we have to do to fix it. But the mortar, you can tell he used white and gray mortar in here. Now, the gray mortar, there's barely any fracturing in the gray mortar. And if you look at the white mortar, there's a considerable amount of more fracturing in the white mortar. And if you look at the back of the tile, you can see there's no back butter, or what we call back butter. So, you know, usually you put a layer of mortar on the back of the tile, so you make sure that you get a good bond. None of that was done, and you can see where the voids are in here. So there wasn't good coverage on these couple of tiles. There's a lot missing in this corner. And what I do remember when this went down, because I got pictures of it, was at that time there was a heat dome that came through Vancouver, and it was extremely hot. My feeling is that there's a combination of things here that happened. No back buttering on the tile itself, and just because of the brittleness of the mortar and it coming up like this, my suspicion is that it dried too quickly before I had a chance to bond. So anyway, so now what we're going to do is we're going to clean this all up. And what we have for an anti-fracture is custom red guard. So we'll put the anti-fracture membrane down with, we'll use the Megalite, which is the best mortar you can buy. And we'll use that for both laying the anti-fracture membrane down and also installing the tile. So we'll keep you updated on it. Take care.